Hey y'all, welcome back to this channel. Today, we're checking out the time someone set up a toll road without permission and made money, almost.
You could, of course, set off earlier and just deal with it, or, as it turns out, you could build your own road around the problem and then charge people to use it.
What?
And that's exactly what local resident and businessman Mike Watts did back in 2014.
What?
And today, we're going to talk about it because it's bloody brilliant. My name is John. Welcome to Auto Shenanigans. Why not consider subscribing?
Y'all be sure to go to Auto Shenanigans and like and subscribe. I just emailed him to ask if I could post reactions to his videos, and I haven't heard back from him. I hope he emails me back. And that this is okay. John, if you're watching and this is not okay, then let me know and I'll take it out. So this guy, Mike Watt, did what? What now?
You could build your own road around the problem and then charge people to use it.
Kelston Toll Road, bypassing road closure on A431, helping to keep Bath and Bristol on track. Toll-free payable ahead. Motorcycle, £1. Or 12 passes for £10. Car or van, £2. 12 passes, £20. CV and trailer, £3. Or 12 passes, £30. Interesting.
Why not consider subscribing? Our story begins with the A431, a road that isn't particularly large, but it forms one of the main routes from Bath to Bristol, and as such, it's a fairly busy stretch of road with local residents and businesses using it to go about their day.
Okay, hang on. Sorry, John. Between Bristol and Bath. Bath. Okay. Shall we on? A431. Oh, what? What? Temecula Parkway. No. England between Bristol and Bath. Okay. Look, y'all. There it is. Okay. A431. Is this it right here? Okay. Let's just drop a dude out here on the road and see what's there. There's a Texaco. Gotta get that petrol, y'all. Houses? I'm surprised there's houses out there. I mean, easy access to the gas. There's a bus. Okay. What are the gas prices right now? They don't post the gas price. Oh, wait, yes, they do. Hang on. What is it? Oh, I can't see it. Interesting. In America, there's usually a big sign and it has the prices posted, but I don't see that here. Maybe that's not normal for most places. Anyway, okay, go ahead, please.
Stretch of road with local residents and businesses using it to go about their day. The other main route between Bath and Bristol mostly utilises the A4.
Hang on. I think I looked up the A4. Yeah, I looked up the A4. Okay. But the A431 is here? It must be this road right here, right? It must be. I don't know. Bathrobe? Bathroad. I said bathrobe. My mouth is used to saying the word bathrobe. Okay. Enough. Carry on.
And these roads have been key trading routes for centuries. In the 1700s, the routes were turnpiked, which means you had to pay a toll to use either road, and they were known as the Upper Turnpike and Lower Turnpike, owing to the River Avon running in between. And it's the River Avon that's the troublemaker getting the on with the video. In 2014, the river flooded, and that's fine. It's been doing that for a rather long time, and there are things like floodplains and whatnot, so no worries.
Okay.
Yes, worries, because early 2014 saw an unprecedented amount of rain, resulting in floods far larger than the usual. Flood detection systems recorded their highest levels ever, with Bath and Bristol ending up underwater. Along the river to the south of Kelston, a village on the A431, the floods caused quite a problem, where the excess water must have softened the ground or something, because once it had drained away, the land around the A431 started to slip. It wasn't noticed at first. It was only after a couple of weeks and a huge crack appearing in the road surface that led to the realisation that shit was about to get dangerous. The road was closed with immediate effect because the likelihood of it all collapsing was significant and the risk was simply too high.
Dang.
Not only was vehicle weight a factor, on this part of the road they were fighting gravity, as it sits on the side of quite a steep hill. Even if no one used the road, there was still the chance of it all crashing down into the valley below, which is less than ideal. But given how dangerous this situation was, the council jumped straight into action, coming up with a solution to get things sorted in a matter of days. That's not what happened. The council closed the road, set up a diversion route, and then spent months working out what to do. It wouldn't be until July of 2014 that work would actually start on repairing the road, 6 months after the initial problem began.
Yo, that's a beautiful little bit there. Like, that's probably a lovely drive. Look, there's like, are those potted plants on the side? On the bottom of it? And then these beautiful hedges next to it? That is gorgeous. That's kind of what I think about the stereotypical English countryside, right? I kind of want to find that on the map. I'm going to give this another try. A431. Okay. Yes, it's Bath Road. You find a really green part and drop a little dude here. See what's up. Oh. This part's on a hill. Yeah. Really high edges, though. In this particular part, you can't really see what's around them. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, what's this? Oldfield School. Lovely. Okay, back to the video.
To fix it, they first needed to ship in 4,000 tonnes of stone and gravel to build a temporary platform to work from. They would then set up drilling machines, which would drill 15-metre concrete piles into the ground to support the road or land. And don't worry, guys, it'll all be done by the end of 2014, meaning the road will only be closed for the best part of a year. But that's okay, because a handy diversion route was set up, taking you around the problem via the Lower Turnpike or A4. In theory, fine. In practice, an absolute ball or flap ache. With all of the traffic running between Bath and Bristol squeezed onto one road, it turned what should have been a simple 10-minute detour into an arduous hour-long journey to cover not even 8 miles.
Damn. I want to see that map again. He showed us. Okay. Diversion route. Okay. So you'd take this south. The A4. You'd get on the A4. Okay. Show me on a map. Right. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go through Saltford and Keynsham. Hang on. Let's drop a little dude right here. Just see what's between those. Oh, yeah. That's an inhabited place. People live there. Okay. Nice. All right. Okay. Yeah. That's just like a 4-lane highway. Probably doubling the traffic.
Running between Bath and Bristol squeezed onto one road, it turned what should have been a simple 10-minute detour into an arduous hour-long journey to cover not even 8 miles.
Damn.
The real annoyance was that you had to do all of this pain-in-the-arse diversion just to avoid a 300-metre section of closed road. But what else can you do? Now, of course, if the roads were closed for a couple of weeks and things sorted out in a timely manner, then I don't think anyone would have really minded all that much. But this situation dragged on for months, and the only reason for this that I can find is councils and money.
What happens if you live right next to that? The stretches of road I saw had houses all along it, pretty much.
Rather than the council just pay to fix it and it be sorted quickly, they applied for funding from the government, saying that it was all caused by the flooding and not their problem to resolve, at least not financially anyway. In any case, this took forever, delaying the actual repair process. Things took so long, people had taken to helping themselves to the farmers' fields that sit alongside the A431. They were simply cutting through and bypassing the closed section, which is a bit of a piss take, really. By August of 2014, 6 months after the road closure, with no clear solution in place and local businesses reporting a drop of 30 to 40% in revenue as a result of the road closure, local resident and business owner Mike Watts, in conversation over a few pints with the farmer who owned the fields, had an idea.
Wait, before we get to his idea, I guess people who lived along that road were still allowed to get to their house, because really the only part that was closed was that 300-foot stretch, right? Okay.
What if we built a road? If people are cutting across the land anyway, you might as well. And of course it has the benefit of saving everyone the time of going around the diversion route. Oh, and we could charge people a toll to use it. It was agreed that Mike would rent the land from the farmer, so with that sorted, it was on to funding. The cost to build the 360-metre road was £150,000. Mike didn't have £150,000, so...
Yeah, that's a lot less than I thought it would be. You know? If that happened in Los Angeles, it would be like a couple million. At least, you know?
Metre road was £150,000. Mike didn't have £150,000, so he put his house up as collateral and borrowed the money, which is a bold move if you ask me, but fair play. But if it was as
Scary.
simple as that, which it was, why didn't the council look to build a temporary road for the duration of the works? Well, they sort of did. However, they decided that it wasn't worth it, and they estimated that the time to build the temporary road would be at least 16 weeks, and that's after you've sorted the land and rent agreements, etc. So it'd be months of additional work.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Mike and his 3 mates built the entire thing in 10 days, precisely on time and within budget. Although, don't get me wrong, we're not talking a smooth tarmac dual carriageway here. It's a glorified dirt track. However,
That's
it did
fine.
need to be built to a certain standard in order to withstand the projected 1,000 vehicles a day that might use it.
1,000 vehicles a day. Hang on. Kelston Toll Road. I wonder if I can find that on a map. Kelston Toll Road. Ah, there it is. Oh, well, this is the Kelston Road, but I don't think this is the Kelston Toll Road, right? Kelston Toll Road. Well, that's where it's taking me. I don't know. I suspect that's not the spot. But okay. Carry on with the video.
Those vehicles would have enjoyed a mere 1.5-minute drive through some lovely countryside and fields before
Nice.
rejoining the A431, having bypassed the broken section of road. The cost to do so was a very sensible £2 per car, which isn't a lot when you think about the fuel and time saved.
Right.
And everyone thought it was wonderful. After the first week of opening,
Oh, sorry.
the road
What did the sign say? Private toll road to Bath available. Car event. No HGVs. No turning space. Okay.
out the fuel and time saved, and everyone thought it was wonderful. After the first week of opening, the road appeared on Google Maps and other navigational devices as the Kelston Toll Road, which is quite funny because it's a completely unofficial road. After a month of operation, it looked like Mike was on track to recuperate his costs, although, to be fair, he didn't go into it as a money-making exercise, but he also wasn't remortgaging the house for the lols. Either way, the toll road was working and all was well, which means the council had to step in and ruin it. Well, kind of. Mike didn't apply for planning permission to build the road, opting to instead apply for retrospective planning permission after he built it.
Okay.
It is a bit cheeky, but it might be quite a clever move. If you've ever worked with council...
Yeah, he's solving a problem. Like, he's helping the community. I think he's doing great. I feel like they should have given him some leeway, right? Like, he's helping things out.
planning permission to build the road, opting to instead apply for retrospective planning permission after he built it. It is a bit cheeky, but it might be quite a clever move. If you've ever worked with councils and planning, you'll know that it takes an extraordinary amount of time to get
I can only
anything done,
imagine.
during which time, certainly in Mike's case, you can continue operating and bringing in the monies. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Mike applied for retrospective planning permission, and it then took the council over 8 weeks to reply. They wanted to do further inspections and surveys and stuff, which adds on more time, and by the time the councils had their shit together, the toll road closed in a twist of events. Whilst Council Department A had been messing around with Mike and his planning paperwork, Department B had been busy fixing the A431. So busy, in fact, that somehow they'd managed to finish the repair work a month early. This never happens, and it's almost as if the council wanted to say F you to Mike, because this meant that the Kelston Toll Road had to close a month earlier than planned, meaning Mike missed out on some all-important revenue that was factored into his original business plan, resulting in a small loss for Mike, which is a shame because all he wanted to do was make life easier for everyone by applying a bit of common sense. Sadly, not enough, it would seem, but the toll road, whilst operational, was a fantastic solution for all who used it. The Kelston...
That's I love that he did that. I'm sorry he lost money on it, you know? That sucks. But sometimes, yeah, like he's just showing the council that this can be done a lot easier and simpler, right? This is a good way to do it. Way to go, Mike.
Toll Road was open from operational was a fantastic solution for all who used it. The Kelston Toll Road was open from August to November and saved 163,000 people from an agonising diversion. And you know what? Fair play, that's a lot of people. It's just a shame that the council couldn't manage it. Speaking of councils, did they ever sort out the planning permission for the toll road? No, they didn't. They took so long deliberating about the finer details that the A431 was reopened, Mike closed the toll road, and that's the last anyone said on the matter. I think Mike wins this round. And on the plus side, the council repairs to the A431 was a bargain at £2 million, only £500,000 over budget, but it wasn't...
Whoa, so it was, okay. Yeah, it was 2 million, okay. That's to repair it. Funny that, okay, so it took £2 million to repair that road, Meanwhile, Mike built a whole other road for 160-something thousand. I guess this is asphalt. Mike's road was dirt. Okay, I can see it.
At least finished early. So, how do you
Yeah, at
set
least
up
I
your own
finished
toll road? You just build it and worry about the rest later on. And the rest will take the council so long to sort out, you'll have cashed in and sailed off into the sunset long before they get around to filing the paperwork.
Hey.
Could things be simpler? Absolutely yes, as Mike has demonstrated. Will things be simpler? Absolutely no, as the councils have demonstrated. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Y'all be sure to go to Auto Shenanigans and like and subscribe.
I've got concrete piles. Fuck!
It's always fun to hear when people point out how bloated a government can be and all these regulations and everything, how you work around them, right? Someone finds a loophole. I love that. Well, y'all, I'd like to thank my patrons. I'd like to thank my Buy Me a Coffee folks. Thank y'all for watching this with me, and I'll see y'all next time.